Now these odd looking things, these are actually earbuds. These are the Sony LinkBuds. Now, you know, every product has their thing. This thing is that pretty much this is like transparency mode, always on. So it's always letting stuff in. There's no noise canceling, everything. You still have mics, you still have Sony's internals and sound output. Sony actually tried to do something like this before, back in 2018, with something called the Xperia Ear Duo, which didn't work out too well. But over the years, Sony has done a lot of learning, innovating, executing in the wireless audio space. So now we have the LinkBuds. Let's dive into to see if they actually pulled this off. So Sony actually made these very eco-friendly. So it is comprised of recycled plastic materials from car parts with a slightly textured feel to them. You got IPX4 rating to handle a workout, weighing in at about 4 grams each. That sits inside of a super small, pocketable charging case that you can take with you about anywhere. So you may see the design, you'd be like, okay, well, how are they supposed to, is that supposed to stay in like that? They do. And if you need a little bit of help, they have silicone supporter arcs to help stay in your ear a little bit better. Now keep in mind, if you have smaller ears, they won't fit you. Like my wife, I tried to fit in my wife's ears, they did not stay in at all. At least not both. One ear they fit, the other one did not. They're just not made for all ears. So if you're interested, don't throw out your receipt in case you have an issue with the fit. These retail for $180, but if you search the right places, I'm sure you'll find a deal on them. And speaking of deals, when it comes to electronics, no one wants to pay full price. You shouldn't pay full price for anything. So you definitely want to try and catch a deal. The channel sponsor Best Buy definitely has the deals for you. Now they got new deals coming all the time. They got deals daily, deals of the day, clearance, open box. So if you're looking for something the latest or something somewhat recent, you can definitely find it below retail here. And you might think, yeah, I can go to other online retailers and check it out. But Best Buy is the only place that you can go and actually physically touch, demo, and play with said device before placing that order. And then you can talk to members of the Geek Squad and other Best Buy associates if you need some help or you got any questions before dropping that credit card or debit card and pulling that trigger. And because it's a physical retailer and an online thing, you have options on how you want to get it. So you can get same day delivery. As long as you order the product by 3 p.m., you'll get it by 8 p.m. And on Sundays, you have to order it by 2 p.m. to get the same day. And then kind of for everything else, you have free next day delivery. And then the last option for those of you who don't have the time, but you need it sooner rather than later, you have the joys of curbside pickup. So curbside pickup, place your order online. Of course, you have it designated to the local Best Buy of your choice if you have multiple, and within an hour, you pull up to the curbside parking, you let them know your name and your information, and they'll bring out your product, and then you can go on with the rest of your day. So make sure you check out your local Best Buy retailer or bestbuy.com to check out what deals they have going on today. Now, back to the video. So these little buds have big sound. Now, Sony armed these with 12mm drivers, as well as their own integrated processor V1, which will help reproduce audio with minimal distortion. You also have the usual suspects of SBC and AAC sound profiles, Sony's own 360 reality audio support, Bluetooth 5.2, Google's fast pairs, and Alexa and Google Assistant support. But don't look for multi-point Bluetooth here. It's not that type of party. So while you'll get a good overall sound output, just don't expect big bass with these open style buds. Now, I didn't find it lacking, but for what they are, I was satisfied with them. I did get a decent amount of bass, good clarity, overall output. I was just pretty much pleased with the overall results. Now you might be wondering, how the hell do you control these things? They're so small, where are the buttons, where are you touching at? You're actually touching here on the side, right here, where you kind of like where your jawbone and your jaw and your skull meet, call it the Y tap area, which allows you to control playback for, play, pause, forward, back, and all that. If you want to control volume, then you're gonna have to dive into the Sony headphones app and do it as such, or whatever you listen to on your phone, just crank the volume up. And despite not actually interacting with the earbuds themselves to control everything, it works surprisingly well. We mentioned sensors before, and this is where they come in. So like I say, you got wake to tap. It also automatically pauses when you take them off. And then you have speak to chat, which pauses every time you talk to someone instead of having to physically take them off. That could be annoying for me, so I prefer to have that off. but it does work pretty well. Last but not least, believe it or not, these mics on these are pretty impressive for being an open style buds that take in noise. You would think that you'd be fighting to be heard when taking phone calls. You know, you don't have any noise canceling, but the mics do a decent job of keeping the external noise at bay. However, if you got a decent amount of noise in the mix, it does get a little harder to be heard. But when you have like moderate to light noise in the background, these mics work really well, like AirPod Pro level well. So here I am in a quiet conference room, LinkBuds in each ear, as you can see. This is what the mic sounds like. There pretty much isn't any interference. There might be a low level hum as far as HVAC AC going, but this is what they sound like. I shouldn't have any problem being heard. Let's see how that fares with a little bit more noise. Now, here we are right next to highway. We got 18 wheelers and cars and stuff going by, so it's a bit more noisy. It's not as noisy as I hoped it would be, but nevertheless, this will give you an idea of what the LinkBuds mics sound like against a bit more noise. And we have no noise canceling mics, so it's just, you know, just the mics doing their thing. So now, if there's one weak point on these earbuds, I would have to say it's the battery life. Now, I say weak in comparison to the batteries on other earbuds in the market. These are giving you like battery life you would get on earbuds maybe like 2 years ago. So you get up to 5.5 hours of battery life and an extra 12 hours with the charging case. And during my time with them, the battery life lives up to the suggested time. You do get quick charge where you get a 10-minute charge to give you 90 minutes of juice, which is always helpful in cases like this where, you know, there's something lacking. You don't have any wireless charging, that's out. Of course, it could be better, but with earbuds these size, it's like you only can fit so much battery in there. And I get it, but it's like, I do like them, but I just don't think they're gonna be for everybody, whether it be the size or the situation, because they definitely don't fit in everybody's ear, and they're not gonna be for everybody's tastes. I think for the most part, it's gonna be for people who, you know, have some sort of mass transit commute, or somebody who likes to work out but don't wanna be completely sealed off, or, you know, some specific situation like that. Outside of that, these are cool. 180 bucks, they're not bad. You could spend 180 bucks on something that is noise canceling, or something you could use for every day, something like the Liberty 3 Pros. For those of you interested, we will have an affiliated link in the description below. Sound off in the comments if you have any questions. Thanks for stopping by, because you could have been anywhere in the world and you're here with us, and see you in the next video. Peace.